Herzlich willkommen zum Adventskalender ABC. Heute ist der Buchstabe I dran und I steht für Isles of Maligree. Die Demo natürlich und wir starten direkt rein. Wir gucken mal kurz nochmal in die Settings. Aber hier gibt es nicht viel einzustellen, also rein in das Spiel. Welcome to the Isles of Maligree demo. In this game, your choice matter. The decision you make may result in unique interactions over various myths. Try playing this demo a few times to uncover all its secrets. And remember, there are no wrong choices. Let us begin. Das ist mein Inventory, okay. Achso, das ist, okay. How the can influence being... Oh Gott, das ist so... Nein, nicht Auto. Mach das Auto wieder aus. And with this temptation both God and evil prey on the minds of all can sense it. You work for a mainland police as an investigator. As the arcade makes with organized crime, the need for people like you has never been higher. But your last case is different. It starts when you heard a radio transmission from the distant Isles of Maligree. They reported a missing person, and at that moment you felt a strange wave of déjà vu. Out of curiosity, you checked the record room and found several more like it, all of them written in your hand. Yet you don't remember any of them. It seems nobody else does either. So now you find yourself on a boat bound off the island with nothing but questions. Somebody here must know what's causing this. You're just hoping you can solve the case before you forget. But first you must remember yourself. Okay, wir haben einen Fall zu lösen. Der Fall kommt uns bekannt vor und haben nach den Akten geguckt, aber wir erinnern uns da gar nicht dran und fahren jetzt zu einer Insel, weil irgendeiner muss ja Antworten wissen. Soweit, so habe ich das jetzt verstanden. Okay, Oracle. To be an Oracle is give your mind to the arcane to let it be pushed and pulled by this erratic nature. You are blessed with adaptability like no other and the power of foreseeing. Some see the power as a gift, but you are no so naive. You know what can happen to the mind of those who expose themselves to the spirit freely. The madhouses are filled with those like you, but you are determined to not make the same mistakes. Great opportunity required great risk after all. Arcane talent. One of your past cases you caught in a fleeting demon crossed chaos. Indeed of banishing the creature, you indeed made a pact with it. Now, Alistair, your demon companion, is in your service until your death, however soon that may be. While not exactly the ideal assistant, the gift with the arcane undeniable. And although you would never tell them, it's nice to no longer be alone. You couldn't smuggle them aboard the boat to Maligree without people knowing, so you need to find a quiet place to summon them. Techniken. The arcane is not the only source of wonder, so too does the spark of electricity meine Fresse, provide. You have always had an uncanny way with machines. You can build and repair them with nothing but scrap. You have always been good at telling how no machine works but the looking at one, even if you have never seen one like it before. When you hear the electrical buzz of one of your works coming to life, you cannot help but feel connection to something greater. Ich würde das Arcane Talent nehmen. Und dann können wir hier genau das hier und dann können wir hier Skillpunkte auswählen. Genau. Physical strength, speed and precision, resilience and tenacity. How fate favors you, wisdom and perception, logic and reasoning, arcane potency. Also Vigor, Agility, Endurance, Luck, Sagacity, Intelligent und Aura. 5 Punkte haben wir. Wir haben uns für Arcane einen Dämon da. Also würde ich erstmal 2 auf Intelligent, ist immer wichtig. Dann machen wir das einmal so und einmal so. Dann ich bin eine Sie, also wir können auswählen zwischen er, sie und divers. Mein Name ist Litasia. Ja. Und dann können wir Segel setzen. You awake to the sound of waves washing against rock. The air thick with mist and the call of the sea birds pierce through the salty sea air. Looking around, you find yourself sat on a cold wooden bench with lines on the edge of the sea vessel. Hastily looking left toward the back of the vessel, you spot an arcane Elophiel rotting madly within its cage, booming with magic and acting as the vessel engine. Much closer you see other passengers, most wrapped in blank to fight against the cold, but some sit oddly upright, dressed in suits, briefcases by their side. A radio cracked into life. Welcome, voice over the radio. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Misty Island Malagry. We will soon be ready for all the disembark. Just before you all leave, to make sure to take all of your luggages with you, and remember with people disappeared as of late. You should be mind that you don't stay out alone at night. The radio dies down one more. Looking wide, there isn't much to see but the captain's cabin and the light that seems to effortless carve away at the mist emanating from a nearby lighthouse. Like a moth to the flame, the vessel strides toward it. Then suddenly, as if from nowhere, now here, the town lights of Malagry itself pierce through the mist and the vessel corrects its course. The time it spreads across most of the visible shoreline, sharing the space amongst jagged rocks and sprawling thickets. Through the mist is hard to make out what stretches further inland about the town. However, you think the vague silhouette is that of a forest tree line. You see the docks of Malagry was approaching. On the various figures linger, some waiting to great newcomers, some with big bags, some with bags of their own, likely to board the ship after you. Look at one of the passengers, look aboard into the waters. Wir gucken auf eine Person. Oder soll man melancholisch sein und aufs Wasser gucken? Dann gucken wir aufs Wasser. Not wanting to bother anybody, you look out over the vessel's edge. This close to Malagry, the mist seems to almost pull back and you get a proper glimpse at the water. Ross Metal Grab Trap float not far from you, some occupied, other empties. When you see it, something else out in the water. A glowing orb of some kind aching with a fluttering. It pops up and down in the water, half submerged, soft around by the waves. The boat passes by. By remembering your notebook, you take a quick sketch before it moves out of view. The sound of hissing steam and magical discharging overwhelms the boat, a sign that marks the voyage end. The axe coming from the engine, like most magic, cannot be seen directly but after image in one mind. The boat crew stay far away, not doubt aware of what would happen if an arcane surge of magic would hit them. The pageants stand at the boat Gangplank Larus and slowly but surely enlodges in hand und viel Cobblestone unerfüllt once more. You make sure to account for her belongings, which consist of some basic supplies, clothing, and various tools of the trade, alongside the slip of paper you are given directing you to your lodgings. As you move amongst the crowd of people, you cannot help but notice the black motorcar, which grows to a stop near the edge of the crowd. Its sleek design seems out of place here. Its door open revealed a young woman in neat black uniform, her brown hair tied back into a ponytail. You see an unnatural glint in their eyes before they turn to face directly. They head directly towards you, exciting a hand. Woman in uniform. Salutation. You must be the mainland investigator that was sent to look into the missing person cases. Yes, that's right. And who are you? Sorry, you must have mistake me for one else. Du musst mich verwechseln mit jemandem. Das. Apologies, my name is Melody, the arcane authority of Maligree. I do hope that we can get along here. Perhaps, if you are up for it, I could take you to my office to describe matter and enjoy some tea. A card authority? Are you with the police? Sure, sound nice. Sorry, I shouldn't probably heed to my knowledge first. Perhaps another time. Wir sind optimistisch. Melody Brightness heading over the motorcar door, opening it for you. It's not that far from here. Climb in and I will put your luggage in the bag. Getting into the vehicle and cannot help but the notice to subtle, sweet fragrance and well-kept interior of the car. Various styles reading to hum into life before you as Melody climbs in herself, closing the door. The engine of the motorcar rose to life, dials dancing as Melody take off along the dockside. The motorcar bouncing only slightly as the cobblestone beneath challenge its suspension. Before long, though, you find yourself moving quickly through dimly lit streets away from the water edge. Melody, eyes still fixed on the road ahead, seems more relaxed now than before. You know that some of these buildings are hundreds of years old. Malibu itself has been around longer than most seems to think. Although its across changed a lot in the history. There even used to be two islands before the other one mysteriously sank. Ask more about Malibu past, ask about current day Malibu. Modern day Malibu is complicated. What once clear seas are now shadowed with memory muddling mists. And as of late, people have started being forgotten completely. The police refuse to do anything about it, even if it's just giving me what I need to fix it myself. I grab on the steering wheel tightness and then relaxes. It's not all bad though, plenty of interesting place around here. That building over there, for example, belongs to the once Mortikian, no pharmaceutical Spade family. They nothing, must have gotten tired tuning waves. Ich sage nichts. Currently only Raymore Spade runs the place. Used to be him and his brother, but his brother is one of the missing victims. I can barely remember what they looked like, only that they were the face of their organization. With him gone, a lot less people of business here. It truly is a shame. We are here. The motorcar comes slowly to a halt, Dines dying alongside the engine. She turns to you before getting out. I just wanted to say thank you for coming along with me. I know I might seem a little exoteric, but I truly am trying to help. Getting off of the vehicle, Melody unlocked the door for their offices. A grand building made of cold black shift brick. The inside of the building looks like an office and more like a home. You spot a small picture frame of a younger Melody smiling with glee stood next to a grumpy-looking man. Good furniture, plants and papers, seemingly organized, fill most of the space here. Leads you through a hallway into a large study, but not with countless bookshelves. She gestures toward a chair. Please take a seat, I will fetch some tea. As you wait for her to return, you take a look around you. The place has the distinct weight of the building that stuck for many years. And yes, the odd sensation of power, the kind that only accumulates in place where the arcane is often practices. Here you are. She hands you a cup and saucer before moving to sit down opposite you. So let's talk about why you are here. There is something strange happening on this island. Ever we know, and then something disappeared, leaving nothing but their shoes. Then, a few days later, not even their close loved ones can remember them without the aid of a picture. I've already started trying to find out who is behind this. Whatever it must be incredibly gifted in the arcane. But after a few days, any useful information is forgotten alongside the victim. What's make it even harder is that the half of people on this isle either think I'm irresponsible or blame me for not preventing it, which in turn only make it all the more difficult for me to actually get anywhere. The police we shouldn't be close allies are instead my greatest hindrance. They restrict my access, withhold evidence from me, and undermine my goals whenever possible. And what do? Nothing. Just collect the remain to the same test and get the same answer. It's insanity and it's only getting worse. That's why I needed someone like you. The police here are fools. Work with me and I'm sure we can solve these cases together with them. I will agree to work with Melody. I will think about it. Wir akzeptieren Ihren Vorschlag. Brilliant. In the case, let me tell you my plan. The latest victim was a young lady named Larissa Patrain. Her family lived near the upper end of the town and understandably upset at the police for doing nothing. As a result, they having refused to give up her shoes to the police, which are of course all that was left of her when she vanished in her home. Now, if I was able to get my hand on those shoes, I might be able to get a trace and whatever was casting the spell needed to do such a thing. Worst case, I might to be able to find out where the bodies go. Either way, getting those shoes are the priority. You will need to get them tomorrow before the police do. While they don't really like me and they hate the police, you could be a new hope for them. An investigator from the mainland, they will trust you. The faster you can get those shoes, but the better chance there is of me getting something tangible. For now, though, I can see you are tired. Get some rest and settle into your logics. And be careful, if the police find out you are helping me, they are bound to create trouble for you as well. Finishing your tea, Melody help you with the direction to your Ludwigs. Conveniently, it seems to be close by. Good night. Keep to well its streets. Wouldn't want to vanish on me now. Good night. See you tomorrow. I will do my best. She pulled an awkward smile and waved goodbye. The building you arrived at is an old cramped building sandwiched between two similar bleak houses. As per the instruction, you find the key tapped on the inside of the small mailbox set aside the front door. letting yourself in. The inside feels musty and the walls drab. You are just thankful you don't have to carry your bag around anymore. The home narrow has a kitchen and hello downstairs and a bedroom study upstairs. As you make your way to the study, you find it's already filled with someone else's things. Also, with a layer of the dust atop most of it, it's clear it's not been missed recently. A set of police-issued boots stand in the middle of the room. A radio set seemingly in a disrepair sits by the only rear window in the study. In various odd-looking books, a base stacked up near the corner of the room. Investigate the booth, investigate the radio set, investigate the book. Come on, all stop. Investigate the books. You walk over to examine the stack of the books in the corner of the room. You range in the topics and style, but all seems relatively short. You look through a few of them, checking for any kind of clue as to who left them here. While some seem to be personal, copies seem to be taken out from a library. They are all well overdue. Perhaps asking the location library will know more. You turn your attention elsewhere in the room. Investigate the boots. You walk over to examine the boots in the middle of the room. You check the boots and compare them to your own. You know these boots. They are standard issues for mainland investigators like yourself. How did this get here? You check for a name tag, but it's not available. With nothing else to do for now, you move them up against one wall of the way. You turn your attention elsewhere in the room, investigate the radio set. You walk over the exam to damaged radio set. It's strange, it almost looks as if being dismantled purposely rather than accidentally. You try to turn it on, but nothing happened. Giving up, you turn your attention to the window. It looks over a large portion of Lower Maligree. In the dim light, you can make out the docks from where you arrived. And of course, behind that, the lighthouse. Something about it draws your eye for a moment. A moment later, you blink, breaking out of your trace. You turn around, attention elsewhere in the room. Come on, Alistair. You cleared some space off the floor and ready some morning ritual. Lighting the 5 candles, then make up a nearly dry pentagram, you begin to chant. Shaboom, one of the candles blows out. Shaboom, shaboom, shaboom. For a second you see a spinning demon floating in place. Then as quickly as it arrived, it starts suddenly into the nearby desk. Oh, Zeus. The desk drawer slaughters ajar. Oh, boss, but what are we when we do there? Hey, this is quite the downgrade, yeah? Couldn't you find a better place than this? Shut up, demon, what? I thought you wouldn't love this place. I'm sure I can find a jar if you prefer. Ah, yeah, you're right. The gray really suits my color scheme. Plus, I bet the mold here tastes great. Gotta say though, the magic sure a thing here. Please don't eat the mold again. I'm going to need your skill tomorrow looking for anything strange. Boss, it might be easier to first tell ya what isn't strange, but I will try my best to find the most interesting stuff. You watch as the door slowly slides shut. You shake your head a little, but you know they are ultimately harmless. You have known the demon for some time now and have gotten used to some of their quirks. One of which is that they dislike being seen directly, although you are not sure why. Either way, they don't eat much and are very useful when bound to you. At least as long as the mainland doesn't find out. You turn your attention elsewhere in the room. Go to sleep. Feeling a haunts, you decide to try get some rest. As you change out for your clothes to test your new bed, you quickly find yourself falling into the deep sleep. Thank you for playing the Island of Maligree demo. If you have not already, please make sure to wishlist the base game so you are noticed when it releases. Let us know what you think online via social or Discord, especially if you have found a spelling mistake or a bug. Ja, vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen und wir sehen uns morgen im nächsten Türchen.